Guys, Deb here with Lake House Soapery, and I'm going to make a loaf of soap today called Harbor Hills, or inspired by Harbor Hills. That's the golf community that's in our neighborhood. I don't remember, I'll have to look back and see if I've ever filmed this one before. I haven't made it in a while, but it's springtime and you start to think about things like golf again. So I'm going to go ahead and do a remake of this soap. Um, You'll notice that my oils are a little bit chunky. I work at room temperature, and room temperature for me is it's like 68 degrees down here. So when I put the lye in, it's likely going to look kind of grainy for a minute, but then it'll usually blend back out again. I'm going to put some soap balls down inside of the batter today. I made these from another bar of soap, which the bars kind of lost their fragrance a little bit, and to me they smell more soapy than fragrancy. Um, so I just chunked them up, and I'm going to put them down inside of the soap to kind of emulate the thought of golf balls. I was inspired by that by Katie over at Royalty Soaps. The colors that I'm going to use in the soap today are this Green Vibrance by Nurture Soap, and the other color is this Caribbean Sea Blue Mica by Crafter's Choice. And the fragrance is called Sweet Rain by Crafter's Choice, and then I put another little secret sauce scent inside of it that just kind of reminds you of like outdoors and very fresh. So that's the plan. The base of the soap is going to be white, and then I think I want to just kind of drizzle some green and blue down in it and maybe do like a skewer through the colors because I want the soap balls to kind of stand out in there. So we'll see that if it happens in the way that I have it in my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get the lye water poured into the soap batter and get it mixed up. I've got all my safety gear on. I'm telling you guys, lye is no joke. Sometimes I was getting a little cocky there and maybe not wearing my gloves like I needed to. And yesterday, when I was making some soap, I splattered a little bit of the soap batter up. I was like banging it down and it flipped up into my face and it hit my safety goggles. And I'm telling you, if I had not had my safety goggles on, it would have went in my eye. Some of it did like splatter onto my eyebrow, and oh my gosh, that was on fire. Luckily, it didn't leave any marks or burn spots because I got it washed off in time, but man, that hurt. So always be sure that you have your safety equipment on. Alright, I'm going to use my stick blender, and like I said, this is probably going to look a little grainy at first, but it should blend out. There you can see it's all smooth again and blended out, and it's at kind of a thick trace, but it usually loosens up a little bit as I work with it. So I'm done blending it for now, and I'm just going to pour a little bit off for the colors. I've already pre-mixed these with some of my oils from my batter, and this green it always panics me because it seems to morph when you're working with it. It starts off really pretty and then it goes into like this random olive color, but it will pop back to its nice bright green color when it goes through the process of heating up. So I think that's all I want to do. Let me stir these colors in. These are so pretty. They blend really easy when you pre-mix them with the oils. I can't remember if I said that my soap balls were inspired by Katie over at Royalty Soaps. She did a soap recently where she used some soap balls in it, and see how pretty that is? And it kind of made me think of my Harbor Hills soap and making some golf ball kind of embeds to put down inside of there. Now, this batch is likely going to be too much soap for the mold because of the displacement with the soap balls. Yeah, so you can see how that as you continue to work with the batter, it just loosens right up again. Anyway, it'll displace the soap when I put it in there, so I'm going to have soap left. So I'm going to attempt to pipe the top. I don't know what tip I'm going to use yet, but I'm going to try to do that. I'm thinking I might use green because I have little teeny tiny white round ball embeds that I think I would want to put on the top of it to kind of look like golf balls on the top of the soap. Now see, this is making a layer out of me. It's not turning that olive green color. And I'm telling you what, I tried to make a lot of green soaps this over the last couple of weeks because I had a special order for some St. Patrick's Day soaps, and man, I panicked. I'm like, no, it's going to turn olive, and that's not the color we want. And it was so hard to get the color that the customer wanted, but I finally did. Alright, so there, yeah, you can see that. That's really pretty. And then I'm just going to use titanium dioxide in the rest of the batter here. And we'll give it a blend with the stick blender, but at the same time I'm also going to go ahead and put some of the fragrance oil in it because I don't want it to get too thick too fast, so I'm still able to swirl the colors like I want to. So go ahead and pour some of this fragrance oil down in here. We'll save a little bit for the colors. And if I remember correctly, fingers crossed, this doesn't rice or accelerate. I think that's looking good. It smells lovely. So I want to go ahead and get some of this down inside of the mold. Let's see. Let me give this a good scrape. Or as Katie would say, scrapey scrapey. I love watching her channel. If anybody, I'm sure anybody who's watching soaping videos, you know who Katie is, and she's just a doll. The other one I love watching is Soy and Shay. She's so much fun to watch as well. I love soaping videos. They're just so relaxing and always full of inspiration. Moonfern Studio is another one. Just so many talented ladies out there. Dean Wilson, too. Dude soap maker. He's also great. Okay, actually he's one of the first that I watched because when I first started off with soap making, I was interested in melt and pour, and I watched a lot of his videos, and that's kind of what got me into soaping in the beginning. Alright, we're going to pour this in here like that, and we're going to give it a minute here and let it thicken up just a little bit. And then we'll put the soap balls down inside of there. I'll be back in. So while we're waiting, I wanted to show you these little wax melts that I made. I love them. I'm calling these Mermaid on the Lake. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on those. It's a little cupcake tart, and it weighs roughly about an ounce. And the fragrance is Bobbi Brown's Beach meets Mermaid. So that's why I'm calling this one Mermaid on the Beach. Anyway, I am so enjoying making these wax melts. I love having something going in the house that is the same fragrances as some of the soaps that I make. It's really enjoyable for me. So I'm going to put a few of them on the shop every now and then. So if anybody likes to use wax warmers, maybe you'll pop over and give them a try. Alright, so I don't know. I'm going to try. I put one in, it didn't seem to, I think it's still maybe too, it's not bad. We'll just go with some of the smaller ones. I'm just going to pop them in here as close together as I can get them, so that hopefully there's, you can see them in every bar. That one's a little bigger, it might sink. And that one, might as well do a couple more here. Let's see, you scoot over a little. Some of these will be bonus, they'll get more than one. And this one, that might be all I can fit in there neatly anyway. Well, I've got the one, might as well try to use it. Get over there. There. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of the white batter on these, but still leave enough room for a little bit of a swirl on the top of it. And this batter is staying nice and fluid. I don't know. So I should still be able to get some good swirls out of it. Let's go ahead and gently pour this over top of the golf balls. Get in there. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Well, I might have to do a little more. Yeah. Alright, I like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and add some fragrance oil to these blues and greens here. It's not really morphing at all. It made me a liar. Well, maybe it is a little bit now with the fragrance oil, but still, it made me a liar. Try to pour from up high to get this all the way down in there. I'll do the same with the blue. Add the fragrance oil. I almost forgot. Get that stirred in. So the reason for the blue, again, you know, led by the lake. So Harbor Hills is a golf community that is a portion of the what do you call it? Not the field. A portion of the green is on the lake, or you can see the lake while you're golfing. So that's why I've got the blue going on here. Because, again, golf course by the lake. And there may not be too much more room in here. I'm going to try to get a little more of the... No, I think I'll just maybe leave it. Maybe a little more green. Oopsie. That's going to be all I have room for, I think. Now, what am I going to do with all the blue? Oh, decisions, because I got a lot of blue left. So I think when I pipe, maybe I'll try to pipe with all of the colors on the top, because I don't want to waste any. You can cover that up a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to stop doing that. It's just going to mess it up. Alright, so I'm going to leave this the way that it is. Get it in there. And I'm going to try to very gently off camera pound this down a little bit, just so I can get rid of any air bubbles if there were any. But I don't want to do too much with it because I don't want to mess up those golf balls down there. So actually, I may not do anything. I am going to take my little skewer and just kind of give it a swirl down in there. Let me reach for it here. And that's all I'm going to do with that. Alright, I will be back in a little bit. These soaps are going to need some time to set up to be piping consistency. So I'll be back in just a little bit and I will show you what we're going to do with the tops as soon as I figure it out. Alright, I'm back after what feels like forever. The green and the white did not want to set up. The blue wanted to set up very quick. And after I got everything into the piping bag, I realized I don't know if this is the best tip to use because there's so much of the random colors and they didn't set up very well. So it is what it is, and we're just going to go ahead and give it a try. And please don't judge. I'm not the best piper, but there's just like so much soap on here. I felt like I needed to. And I'm not sure how I can do this and you guys still be able to see it. So I apologize if you can't see. Let's try it this way. Yeah, this is likely too loose to get the look I was hoping for. So that's alright, we'll just go with it the way it is. So I put some of the green and the blue down inside of there. Ugh, that one looks awful. We'll cover it up as we go, hopefully. Yeah, you can see the blue is just so much more solid than the green and the white, but okay. And I'm not doing a very good job of lining up. Let's try the middle first. That worked a little better. Yeah, I was hopeful when I first started thinking about this. I was thinking, yeah, I'll use this tip and it'll look like grass. Like I said, don't judge. I know you probably can't see this part, but sorry. Oh my goodness. A piping mess. And you can see that the color did morph. So, told ya. Ha. This is just going to have all sorts of random piping bits all over it. I love to pipe, just not very good at it. Let's see if I can eke enough out of here for a couple of last blops. The front looks really random. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add, I think we'll add a little tiny bit of glitter, but let's put these soap balls on first. There it is, cray cray piping. So little melt and pour embeds for the top. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's kind of random. Let's, there. That feels better. Smush. Line them up here so I don't chop them off when I'm cutting. The piping did get a little better as I went along, not much. But you'll see that hopefully that green will turn nice and bright again as it sets up, and I won't make a liar out of myself that way. So you guys, have anybody that's ever made soap, you know you can't make cold process soap without sodium hydroxide. So I've been making enough soap lately that it made sense for me to order it in a 5-gallon container, which you can get. And I purchased what I thought was sodium hydroxide, got the delivery, got it to the house, made 3 loaves of soap with it. And I did not get sodium hydroxide, I got potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is for liquid soap. You can imagine what that did to my soap. It was horrible, a big soupy mess. I even tried to do some like hot processing with it. Yep, didn't work. So obviously, because it was the wrong kind of product. So I have a humongous jug of potassium hydroxide. You can only use it for the liquid soap. So guess what I'm going to be trying my luck at this summer? Liquid soap. You guessed it. There's probably enough product in there. I will probably never make that much liquid soap in my lifetime. But I'm going to try. If anybody out there lives in the Ohio area and you need some, let me know. We'll work a deal out. Anyway, here it is. Here is the Harbor Hills. I'm going to go away. I'll come back in a few moments and this will be all set up. We'll get it unmolded and I will see you for the cut. Thanks. Bye. Alright, so back the next day to go ahead and get this loaf cut. I think it turned out really pretty. The greens actually did go back to the green color. Here, I'll just show you an example. That's the color of the mica, and that's the color of the green that it turned. Even though it like morphs into this random awful color. And then for comparison, here's the color of the blue. So it's pretty true to color after 24 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut and try not to cut the embeds. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, there's the little soap balls in there. I love the colors. Man, that's so vibrant. Here, this is even a better comparison. I love that. Very bright and pretty. So yeah, I'm happy with the colors. Now let's see what the inside looks like with the soap balls. Hopefully we'll get a little more of that. On the sides of the bar, I noticed that one of the soap balls was a little bit too close to the side of, ooh, these are gonna, it's a little too tall. Just barely missing it. The soap balls were hitting right up against the side of the soap, and it made like a couple of air pockets, so I'll have to try to fix those. There, that's not quite as like round as I thought it would be, but it still adds some interest. I don't know. Not sure why it's not that round. Maybe I didn't have a very good round shape to begin with. But I figured you'd be able to see a little bit more of it. But that's okay. Yeah. Ooh, this one's pretty. So this one is where it was right up against the side. You can see that air pocket. Ah! Yay! That's exactly what I wanted. It just didn't happen everywhere. Anyway, love it. So it's 50 degrees outside. Yes. It's raining or had been raining, which is good because that is good for the lake. And this is the first summer that hopefully we'll have our lake water back. Ah, I love this so much. We'll have our the normal lake water, or normal lake water. We'll have the normal depth of the lake back for boating this year. So super excited about that. Eek! I love these. So it was a lot of work to make the soap balls. I'm trying to think of who I watched make them. I think it was the gal from Missouri River Soaps. She showed one day, yeah, it was her. She showed one day how to make soap balls, and it's a lot of work to roll all of that. Oh, I love that so much. Um, so as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, gosh, I don't know if I'd do this again, but once you see the results of it, it is really pretty. So I don't know, maybe it's worth it. You could definitely feel the resistance when you're cutting them. You can tell you that you're cutting through them. Love that. But yeah, she was showing that. And like I said, I was inspired by this particular one. Katie over at Realty Soaps had just recently did one like this. So that made me like go search on the internet for soap balls, and that's how I pulled up the gal at Missouri River and found hers. Love it, love it. And man, this smells so yummy today. I'm always nervous when I try my own blend of fragrance oils, but I really like it. I think it turned out nice. Get over there. There, there's the other side. You can't really see it on that side. Ah, knocking it over. Easy does it. Ooh, there. It's another twofer. They kind of look like little planets. And this is the last one. See if we can. I want to use the edge of this one for a sample. But I'm going to use two hands here. Yay! Love it! Alright guys, so that was the making and cutting of Harbor Hills. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I'll put some still shots at the end. Thanks, bye! I almost forgot. I wanted to show you, so there's always that little bit that's left in the piping bag at the bottom um, when you go to clean it out. So I usually like squirt it out, and sometimes I'll put it away and use it for like a soap dough, and sometimes I just pitch, it depends. But when I squirted this out, that's what that tip should have done, and my soap batter just wasn't thick enough for it. But by the time I got around to cleaning it out, this is what it did. I love this so much. So I obviously didn't spit out the bunny in bed, but I had those from Mountain Pour that I had put together a couple of days ago for some soaps I wanted to do. But I just thought this was so cute. Just looked like a little nest of grass for the little bunnies to sit in. This one didn't turn out as cute, but I still think it's cute. And then this one, adorableness. So I think I'm gonna make some cupcakes anyway. That was my plan, but I think I'm gonna put these like on the top of the cupcakes. I just think that would be so adorable sitting on top of some cupcakes for a little bit of an Easter soap. So I wanted to show you those two. And the colors on these are just as pretty and vibrant. So, okay, now that's really it. Okay, bye.